Welcome back to the channel. This is xoxo, and this video is another viewer request topic, and I will be talking about protection magic. And once again, this is just going to be a glossing over the topic, because I'm going to be trying to cover a lot of different things that you can do in general. But once again, like with the previous video, you can comment below if you want me to go into anything in more detail or do an instructional video on how to do specific types of these magics. So protection magic is something that should be a staple and a priority, a top priority and a top staple of every witch or magical practitioner. It's very important to protect yourself and your family and the people that you love and care about, people that are in your life, as a prerequisite to having a secure foundation, and of which everything else in your life is built upon. Okay? So I am one of those witches that is like obsessed with protection magic. Okay? If we were in the movie Practical Magic, I would be the character Jillian when she insists on getting her tiger's eye necklace. Okay? I'm that obsessive about protection magic. I wasn't always that way though. Like when I first started out as a witch, I was not that concerned about protection magic. It's actually years of experience has made me this way when it comes to protection magic, because there's a lot you can avoid with protection magic. If you have your protection, like I said, as your foundation, and you're just very firm in your protections, then you can really avoid a lot of different issues and things that will come up had your protections not been in place. So first of all, when we're talking about personal protection, there's different things that you can do. You can wear amulets and talismans. The Hamsa hand is very powerful for protection. In particular, of protecting you from harmful energies that will come at you from spirits or from other people or other practitioners. But you can utilize like charm bags, different crystals and stones that are good for protection: onyx, black tourmaline, obsidian, hematite, bloodstone. There's like a lot of crystals that you can use for protection. And just carrying that on you in your pocket or in your purse if you're a woman, or if you're a man who carries a purse, I don't know. I don't judge. But just carrying a crystal in your vicinity or on your person that is for protection is something that you can do. You can infuse jewelry with protective magic, or just have a crystal in your ring or a necklace or something that's for protection. you can cast spells and do rituals over yourself and over other people for protection. The Fiery Wall of Protection spell is a very good hoodoo spell that I advise you all to look up and cast for yourself preemptively. You can program your aura for protection, and more so it's like a shielding type of thing. You can visualize your aura as having mirror surface, and it just reflects everything back. You can program your aura to just be protected however you want. You don't have to visualize it as a mirror. You can just visualize it as like white light that purifies and neutralizes anything coming in at you. There's really no right or wrong way to do it. Just do it what feels right to you, or what you come up with in your own creativity. That's the beauty of magic, and protection magic in particular. I feel that the more that you make it unique, the more that it will be protected for you, because it'll kind of be like, what is the word? Your enemies won't expect it type of thing, because you're creating your own protections. So think of it like that as well, especially if you have enemies that are other witches and stuff like that. I wrote down spiritual allies. Spiritual allies are great for protection. Your gods, your deities, your angels, your spirit guides, your familiars, your ancestors, all the whole spiritual realm that you work with, your spiritual team. That is powerful for protection. If you are in any kind of situation where you feel in danger, just reach out to them, ask for their protection, and they will help you out. Of course, like I said, I'm obsessed with protection, so preemptively, before I ever go out, I pray to Goddess Hecate, I pray to my spirits and my ancestors to protect me while I'm out, as well as wearing my talismans and different things. Like, I combine it all together in my own protections. So that's another thing. I put down offensive protection, so this is a flip side to it. You can take the offensive, and this is what I would do if I was particularly dealing with a person that was outright a problem to me, versus just like negative energies in general and stuff like that. So when it comes to that, what I do is, if I'm just out and about and there's someone all of a sudden, like randomly, that I don't even know, starting issues with me, what I have been known to do is invoke fear on that person. You can do this all mentally. You don't have to do a spell or something like that with a ritual or a candle or anything. You can just, with your mind, invoke fear on somebody. Invoke panic and anxiety on them. It does work. I have done it many times. It's actually kind of amusing how they will switch on a dime and leave, or all but flee from the location. You can also take that a little bit more sinister. You can invoke pain on them, sharp shooting pains and stabbing pains and stuff like that. You can do that on somebody just by focusing alone, especially if you are wearing talismans to increase your power and stuff like that. And if you've had a lot of practice with this. If you don't want to go that far as doing anything to another person, because I know that there's people who follow the Wiccan Read and stuff like that, of causing no harm to others, which I really don't think that causing fear and anxiety and panic in somebody is really harming them if they're an issue. But as far as like the pain thing, causing them pains and stuff like that, if you don't want to do that, some other options, you can just use deflection magic. I think that would kind of fall in with aura shielding as well, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and classify that as aura shielding. Another thing that you can do, and I have done this before as well, is you can actually use psychic vampirism as an offensive form of protection. If someone is attacking you or just being negative towards you and cruel and stuff like that, you can actually use psychic vampirism to drain their energy. And I think that's kind of self-explanatory. You can use other types of magic as well, like you can cast spells on them, or just use mental magic once again of, you know, put peace on them. You don't have to invoke fear or pain onto somebody. You can also invoke peace onto that person. You can invoke love on somebody. That's actually a really good distraction if you cast a love spell on an enemy to really just like change the whole fucking scenario. You can invoke happiness and like a state of bliss on somebody that's a problem to you, and that will change up their attitude, their behavior. Another thing that you can do is you can take in the energy of the negative energy that they're projecting at you. You can use a sort of siphoning psychic vampirism type magic with that as well, where you can take in that energy, and with using your spiritual alchemy you can transmute it into an energy that will serve you rather than harm you. That's another thing to do, especially if you're in a circumstance where there's another witch working against you and they're just it's like a back and forth battle that you're in, where you're doing protections and then they do something again, and it just keeps, it's an ongoing thing like that. I have been in a situation like that a few times, and what I always ended up reverting to was what I said of, instead of working on protecting and working on undoing and uncrossing and reversing and just having to do that over and over and over again, what I eventually reverted to was, rather than resisting the negative energy that they project at me, I focus on taking that in and transmuting it. And that is like psychic vampirism, because it's draining them, because they'll have to keep sending more and more when they see that it's not working. You know, if they're going to be sending curses at you and negative spells and stuff like that, you may as well, you know, take that energy and use it and transmute it. A good crystal to use for that is obsidian. Excuse me. Also selenite. So those are all the different ideas I had listed on these notes I took. When I say notes, I just mean like jotting down my different examples. But, you know, don't let this limit you. Once again, like I said, your own creativity is the limit in all of your magic whatsoever. So the more creative that you are with it, the more that you put your own unique flair into different things or just make up your entire own protections, the more effective that it will actually be for you, because once again, like, it will be unexpected. There's a quality of, you know, uniqueness to it, and it will be completely its own type of magic that you're creating for protection. So because of that reason, it will be much more effective. Not to say that these other things aren't effective, because they are, but you know, it's just more powerful when you can add your own unique flair into it, or whatever. Because like I said, I layer up these protection things. Like, I probably do all of them together rather than just picking one or two on the list. I do layers and layers of different types of protection. Also too, a witch's bottle. Y'all can find 1,000 recipes for that online and on YouTube. But you can create a witch's bottle as well for protection. So I think that's going to cover it for this video, because like I said, I just wanted to kind of go over a general whatever. What am I trying to say? I don't know why I'm so tongue-tied lately. But I just wanted to go over this topic of protection magic in general, and kind of just get you all thinking about the different things that you can do. And hopefully that inspired some other ideas in your minds of some different things that you can do. But once again, if you do want me to cover anything as far as like specific spells and different things that you can do in a separate video, and like break it down completely in instructions and all of that, go ahead and comment, and I will get to that as well. So I hope this video is helpful to the person who asked about protection magic. I have a long list of different topics I need to finish up. I've been very busy, but I'm really trying to get back some free time so that I can do more videos for you all on just witchcraft rather than just my readings all the time. So yeah, I hope this is a helpful video. Thank you all for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And like I said, let me know if you want me to cover any other topics at all, not just to do with protection. Leave that in the comments, and I wish you all success in your protection magics, okay? Hail to the witches and blessed be.